Yeah, I know I'm in Cancun, but bass don't take vacations and neither does the Bass Prediction Center. I had to come to you guys with this weekend update because there are some major storms happening, and if you're fishing this weekend, you need to know what is going on. Stick around so you know exactly where to fish this weekend so you don't get caught in the storms. Guys, before I get to the weather, I wanted to jump right into this Bassmaster Nation tournament that we talked about earlier in the week. Dylan Nutt absolutely dominated at Pickwick with 77.5 pounds. It's an absolute insane 3-day bag. Guys, if you're not fishing these Bassmaster Nation regional tournaments, you're missing out. Go to bassmaster.com for all the info. Let's get on to the weather. All right, looking back at our live weather map, guys, as you can see, there's already a ton of severe weather warnings all through Missouri and Iowa and Nebraska, and these are just going to get stronger throughout the night and push east. Let's look at the SPC Convection Center and see what they're saying. So the SPC has put out this convective outlook for today on Friday, and this is insane. I've never seen a moderate section so big. This stretches from Louisiana all the way up to Iowa, almost into Nebraska. Guys, if you're in this region, you're not going to want to be fishing. You're definitely going to want to have your weather radios on and watch out for storms. Get somewhere safe. Don't be on the water. This is our tornado outlook for tonight on Friday. As you can see, there's a huge 15% area through Missouri, eastern Arkansas, all through the northern half of Mississippi, a little bit in Louisiana. So if you're in these regions, you're going to want to stay somewhere safe that has a basement or a storm shelter. And they've actually increased this outlook for Saturday to a high outlook here between Mississippi and Alabama. Guys, you don't see this very often. If you're in these regions, you're not going to want to be fishing on Saturday. The tornado risk is insane, 30% in those regions. Definitely a danger if you're in those areas. Wind, 30%. If you're in Alabama, Georgia, or Mississippi, eastern Tennessee, don't be fishing tomorrow at all. These storms are going to push through. It's going to be very dangerous. You're going to want to have your weather radio on, and you're going to want to be in your home somewhere safe for sure. All right, looking at our national weather map, guys, these storms that are firing right now are here in Iowa and Missouri, and these are going to continue to push east and build stronger as they do that. That low-pressure system is going to move straight out of the north here, but it's going to leave behind a cold front that's going to continue to push east and strengthen as the day warms up. So Saturday is probably going to be worse than today, especially in these areas right here, eastern Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia. All these areas are very dangerous. The panhandle of Florida, don't be fishing. Everybody in the rest of the country, you're looking great. California, Arizona, Nevada. Probably cold front conditions here in Nebraska, South Dakota, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas. You definitely still have a shot at some fish in those areas. It's just going to be a little bit tougher bite, but don't hesitate to get out there. The storm has passed for you, but everybody on the southeast, you're going to want to watch out. All right, this is our wind gust map for the nation, guys, and as you can see right now, the Texas Panhandle in Oklahoma, it says 70 miles an hour. I saw earlier today that there was a 90 to 100 mile an hour gust, not even from a storm, that caused some major damage. And these winds are just going to continue to push east around this low front. It's going to weaken a little bit, but these are so strong that you're not going to want to be on the water, and if you are, you're going to want to have some life jackets on for sure. Up in the northeast, you're looking at up to 50 mile an hour gusts. Down here along these storms, up to 40, and you know that can get stronger as the storms push through. And then on Sunday, kind of the same story. It's just on the East Coast now. These gusts are 50 to 60 miles an hour, all the way from Canada down to Florida. So it's just going to be a really bad day to be out there fishing through this weekend. You might want to wait till next week or next weekend if you can. All right, guys, I have updated the map for this week. The ice line, I looked at the satellite, I've looked at the most recent satellite imagery, and the ice line has moved almost out of the country. You have some ice still in Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, parts of South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and then the very far northeast. Otherwise, everybody else has open water and should be able to fish. Our pre-spawn, spawn, and post-spawn areas have basically stayed the same. Winter obviously has expanded with the ice line pushing north, but a lot more people are fishing, and that's super exciting for all y'all out there. All right, let's review our baits of the week from earlier in the week. We do have the Core Tackle Scamper rig, which is available on the website. It's a brand new rig, and I'm going to use this on a floating worm in post-spawn and spawn areas. Super fun way to fish. If you guys have ever done it, you can see the fish hit the worm. It's a way to catch giants. It's a way to catch a bag. Get out there and try it if you haven't. Pre-spawn areas, I'm using this 6th Sense Finesse F4. Especially in early pre-spawn, it's a flat-sided bait, but you can also catch them as it gets closer to the spawn. This is a killer bait. Check out Captain Arn on Instagram if you want to see some giant catches on this thing down south. And then in winter areas, I'm using the Little Magnum tungsten jig here with a NetBait twin tail trailer. So Check it out, guys. These are great baits no matter where you are in the country. All right, guys, just to recap, we do have severe weather right now firing off in Missouri and Iowa, and this is just going to form a line and head east. So if you're in the southeast this weekend, just be really careful out there. You're not going to be able to fish in a lot of these areas. It's too dangerous. The west coast you can fish. You're going to have a little bit of rain, but you're definitely out there fishing, and you're going to have some snow in the northern parts here. And then northeast, if you have open water, definitely get out there and fish. It's just going to be a little bit cool, and you're going to get some rain, but you can be safe. Guys, tune in next week to the Bass Prediction Center. We're covering all the weather and all the fishing you need to know to get you through your week. Thanks for watching, guys.